Hello guys, welcome back. So I've just been having a listen to what we did in the last lesson, and all I've done is ever so slightly just narrowed off this band here. This is on the second kick drum layer. Narrowed it off and narrowed this off a little bit as well. It was out like that, but that's fine. It's just tightened up the sound a little bit, and the compressor I've brought down from 5:1 to 2.8:1 just to get a little bit of a better sound. Okay, let's move on to the rumble. Now, in a lot of techno tracks, there is a sort of a infamous rumble that sits in the low end and acts as the bass line. So we are going to recreate that. There's many different ways to do it, many ways to skin a cat, as they say. I'm going to show you how I do it, but like I say, there's lots of other ways to do it. So my process involves about 3 different layers, and the first layer is getting the kick, putting a load of reverb on it and bouncing it down and using that reverb as the underlaying layer, if you like, rumble, sub-rumble. And also, if you use your own kick, you know it's definitely going to be in tune. So let's do that. I'm just going to quickly temporarily mute the rest of the kicks. I'm going to solo it. Just going to temporarily put a reverb on. This is a specific reverb, so I'm not going to send it to the effects channel. So I'm going to put loads of reverb on. And it's just going to be one hit. Then we're going to record the reverb. I'm going to put the pre-delay up, so there's quite a gap between the initial kick and the reverb, as you can hear. If I have the pre-delay down, it will all just be mashed together. All I want is the reverb, really, so I'm going to put the pre-delay right up. And mix 40, it all seems to be about right. So let's just bounce that down. 2 bars in length is fine. It's not going to be that long, but that's absolutely fine. So let's render in place. If you haven't got render in place, if you're on Elements or something like that, as long as you've got the section highlighted at the top, you can go to File, Export. Go to Audio Mixdown. In fact, we'll do it this way anyway. Render in place is the same, it's just slightly quicker than this method. So I'm going to call this kick reverb. Label everything as you go, so it's easy to find things. Go to this down arrow and choose Project Folder. So kick reverb, we want it on WAV file. We don't want to be compressing it with MP3s. And what you want to do is create audio track and insert into pool. And that's it. Export audio. That way it'll bring the rendered version back into the project. Here it is. Always puts it at the bottom. We'll put it up there. As this is going to be part of the bass, we'll do this in purple. So now what we've got here, if I just solo kick reverb, is literally the kick and then the reverb. So what we're going to do is take off the first bit. We don't want that. Always add your start and end points or volume fades. So let's see how that works with the rest of our kick. What we'll do is we'll divide this into 4s. We'll copy it across as if it is a kick drum. Then what we'll do, we'll start playing around with the rhythmic element of this. And don't forget, this is only one part of the rumble, not the full rumble. First thing I'm going to do is EQ everything off the top. Actually a little bit loud. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of distortion on. This time I use distortion plugin. Just put a little bit on this to square it off. Just a little. It really is quite severe, this distortion plugin, so you need just a tiny bit of mix. I forgot to unmute all the kicks, so I'll just do that now. Right click, by the way, to get that toolbar menu up. Let's bring in the tail filter. The tail filter is a free plugin I like to use, which is like a volume shaper. And you can go to, just type in tail filter into Google, tail filter 2, and download this plugin here. It's totally free, Windows and Mac. And you can shape the volume. It's a bit like having a fade in at the front, but with a lot more kind of creativity. So go to other, tail filter. This will give it a bit of rhythm. What you need to do on this is to set it to 16ths and set it to volume and put a couple of markers in. And I always find a dip at the end is also quite beneficial because it gets rid of clicks that can quite often happen in this plugin. You can also get creative and add a second dip in if you want to. Just adds a bit of rhythm. Okay, don't forget to take off your reverb like I've just done. Classic mistake. Now we can reshape our tail filter and hear what it's doing. You can also put extra points in here and make it a little bit more funky. Just play around until you get something quite rhythmic. So we've done tail filter, we've done distortion. A little bit of kick reverb doesn't go amiss here. Nice short to start with. We'll just try the long, just see what happens. Can you hear it just adds a bit more rumble, a bit more depth. Don't want to overdo it, but it's definitely adding something. Adding a bit more depth. And again, I'll just reiterate, this is just one part of the layer of the rumble. You could try pitching these down. It's not quite working for you. But it's probably best to keep it in same key. You can also try some delay, that might just add a bit more rhythm. Mono delay, we don't want it shooting around left and right. 16ths work quite well. I think we need to move around, use this slip function. Hold Control Alt or Command Option, and just keep playing around with this until it sounds more rhythmic, just has a bit more groove. I'm going to leave it like that for the moment and see how we get on when we add the second layer. We can always come back and adjust this later on. So I'll see you in the next lesson. See you then. Bye bye.